Don't rob, don't rape, don't hit, don't kill. Don't rob, don't rape, don't hit, don't kill. Don't hit, don't jab, don't drag, don't grab, don't bag or stab. Don't jab, don't drag, don't grab, don't bag or stab. Thou shalt not abuse. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not torture. Thou shalt not arson. Thou shalt not kidnap. Thou shalt not enslave. Don't enslave, don't kidnap, don't arson, don't torture, don't bear false witness, don't abuse, don't kill, don't hit, don't rape, and don't rob. There you go, Colorado. There's a common law for you. There you go, America. There you go, humanity. There's 10 common laws for eternity. There's a brand new 10 commandments for you. I remember when they taught me the 10 commandments and they're like, don't steal and don't murder. And it's like, well, no shit. And then Jesus said the golden rule because, you don't do bad things to others because you don't want bad things to happen to you. So Amber Heard, huh? Johnny Depp, the American jury system. Wow. The American jury system is right on Rittenhouse, right on Ahmaud Arbery, right on the McMichaels, right on George Floyd and that white cop that murdered him. And now it's right about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I think it's just something about having 12 angry men look at a situation intensely. Spill out the evidence. Throw the evidence out. Put the evidence right there in front of everybody. Get all the evidence, all the documents, all the witnesses. And as long as you got fair rules of procedure and a high-priced lawyer, you're going to have that clash, and then you're going to see justice. The American justice system, when you have a lawyer, a good lawyer, who gives a damn, and you got, plenty of money, so he's not, worried about the money issue. And the U.S. justice system isn't investigative or discovertorial, but it's oppositional. It's oppositional. So you have one person saying one thing, and you got another person saying another thing. You have a clash. It's not investigative. They're not trying to figure out. It's just which. And, dims the brakes. Apparently it works. If you're a mega Hollywood super movie star and you got millions in the bank, that actually equalizes you with some random strumpet. Miley Cyrus on The Tonight Show, she said that her power trumped Jimmy Fallon's power. Why? Well, she's got tits. So be the biggest star in America. I mean, who rivals Johnny Carson? Jimmy Fallon is the Johnny Carson of America. And maybe it's not the presidents that's been keeping America afloat. Maybe it's been the Tonight Show. But be the biggest star on the biggest show in the world. And that's still not big enough for just some pair of ordinary next door tits. How embarrassing for mankind. How shameful for the American male. Did you know that all American men must sign up for the draft when they turn 18 years of age, but not women? How come? Hey, white women, what do you think about that? We need to ask the white women what they think about the draft. Why? Because are they fair? Do women love this country? Do women have sons and husbands and fathers? Can they be patriotic? Can they fight for that which they love? When women are faced with being drafted for war, watch out how many of them start to be for peace. With the Me Too movement, we just need balance. Me Too is over with Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Bill Clinton. Oh my God, in some respects, did Me Too ever begin? But you know what? A lot of men, a lot of women, middle class, white women, middle class men, they're doing good. They're doing fine. God damn it. Why don't y'all be honest with your fucking selves? A lot of women get heard. That was the problem. We heard Amber Heard. And we said, what? Good old beloved Johnny Depp, who goes to hospitals to cheer up sick kids as Captain Jack Sparrow. We're gonna fuck over Johnny Depp's life. We're gonna screw Johnny Depp's life. Why? Well, Amber Heard said, he was a wife beater. So there you go. You want that wife beater to be the face of the Disney Corporation. I bet you she didn't just act that way to America, but to Elon Musk and James Franco and everybody else. Just find some asshole to listen. All she had to do was just bitch a little bit and she was heard 100%. Now, I'll beat probably by a compromise man who was just thinking with his. So now Amber Heard says her life is ruined. Really? What a total hypocrite. It's not ruined. At least she's not going to jail. But she does get to feel a little bit of what she did to Johnny Depp. She thinks her life is ruined. It's not. It's not. I bet you that one motherfucker, Flagrant, he would let you shit in his bed. But this trial, this ordeal, is just a small piece of what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp. It's poetic justice. It's wonderful, beautiful, fantastic. Pitch perfect. Poetic justice. And hopefully Johnny Depp can recover what little of his life he's got remaining. And me too, women. Me too, everybody. God damn. I think the solution is simple. Love each other, care, listen, be respectful. Something bad happened to you? That's awful. Something bad happened to me? That's awful. We need to do something about it. None of you motherfuckers gave a shit. There was some Kentucky jailer, but I grew up with abusive white women. A white man, white women. This is Barbara Williams. Barbara Williams, she's a racist, anti-Semitic piece of shit who loved to hit children. But America, you respected her. You loved her. You gave her wealth and power, security and space. In spite of her being a terrible, terrible person. In spite of her taking all that away from her grandchildren. Her grandchildren didn't get wealth and power, security and space, love and respect, but she did. How come? How come, America? We need to be kinder to one another, have morals and virtues, aspire towards ideals. We need to get justice. We need to have the presence of justice. We need to bring about a better world. We need Ubuntu and restorative justice practices. I once heard this one woman say that women need to protect themselves first before caring about the men. Worry about the men later. Care about the women first. Okay, you motherfuckers been saying that shit since I've been born. And I don't think it's correct. It looks the same to me. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You don't want anybody raping anybody. Jeffrey Dahmer, before he started murdering and eating people, he was raping army men. And before he was raping army men, he was torturing and abusing pets. But had we stopped Jeffrey Dahmer, had we nipped that shit in the bud when he was torturing and abusing pets, we would have saved a bunch of people's lives. If we would have believed that army man who was raped by Jeffrey Dahmer, and then he's going to kill himself later on, then Jeffrey Dahmer wouldn't have murdered and cannibalized so many more. If anybody would rape another person, that's terrible. That's a crime. That's terrible for everybody. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everybody. Men and women need to listen to each other, respect each other. We're in the same goddamn boat. Bad things are happening to you. Bad things are happening to me. Nobody gives a damn. We need to change that. MLK said we can't have a peaceful society without the presence of justice. So, Colorado, here's 10 laws. Here's a Colorado. Here's a common law for Colorado. It's an eternal common law for humanity. It's a brand new 10 commandments for the postmodern era. We need to give a damn. We need to give a damn. If not for the world and for humanity, then we need to give a damn for ourselves. Thou shalt not rob. Thou shalt not rape. Thou shalt not hit, jab, drag, grab, bag, or stab. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not abuse. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not torture. Thou shalt not arson. Thou shalt not kidnap. Thou shalt not enslave. Those are the brand new 10 commandments. You got a better list? Fine. I haven't seen one. 10 commandments has been around for 3,400 years, and it's got, 6 or 7 bullshit commandments. What? Pretend the invisible man in the sky is real? I will not do that. Honor the Sabbath so you can worship the invisible man in the sky? I will not do that. Don't say the name of the invisible man in the sky. Don't say his name in vain. You better not say my name in vain. bad things are happening, we need to give a shit about each other. We need to give a damn. If your conditions are wretched, you got to pull yourself up. You got to write your to-do list and stick to it. It's going to be your labor. You can't expect anything from anybody else. You got to get as much stuff done as you can yourself. You are your own best ally, and you got to get yourself up out of that ditch. Only by blood, sweat, toil, and tears will you be able to bring about a change. Make your personal economy scream. Dig yourself some steps to get out of that ditch, and be thankful that you got a shovel. I mean, it sucks being in a ditch, but Jordan Peterson says that it's not trauma that makes humans frightened. It's human nature. It's human nature to be frightened, and what he counsels his clients to do is to practice courage, to build up courage. Because for Jordan Peterson, to be ever fearful is a human condition. So be thankful you got a shovel when you're in that ditch, and if you don't have a shovel, be thankful you got hands and legs, and then use them. You ever seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Johnny Depp used to be the salt of the earth, you know. Very, very humble. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? It's a lot of things eating Gilbert Grape. Give me back my son! Give me back my son! And Leonardo's acting performance. Amazing. He actually looked like he was mentally incapacitated, or not all the way, but Johnny Depp used to hate a bunch of things about Hollywood in the 90s. Both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were mean to each other. They should have just called it quits way before it got to the level that it did. Others in their lives should have intervened too. But Johnny Depp, I think, is clearly in the right, as imperfect as he is, because up until now, his side wasn't even heard. His side wasn't even heard. And she seemed way more aggressive, did way more things, was way more meaner. Johnny Depp loved her. She was abusive towards him because he loved her. Maybe she didn't respect it. Maybe her father had abused her or something. I don't know. Maybe he was a pushover, and she just started being mean, and he didn't stand up for himself. I don't know how it got to the situation where it got, but when I hear Amber Heard saying her life is ruined, it's not. Amber Heard, your life isn't ruined. But she does get to understand what it felt to be Johnny Depp. And all you have to do, if you want some justice for the ordinary next door pair of tits, all you got to do is just be a mega superstar. All you have to have is millions in the bank, high-priced lawyers, be a mega superstar, and then your charms will work in the courtroom just as good as some strumpet, some hussy. And Amber Heard, for her credit, she was somewhat formidable, I guess. For her credit, she took it on the chin for white women all across America. Hey, white women in America, we're sick of your fucking shit. We're sick of your shit. How come you'll be a fucking piece of shit when it comes to getting money or getting that movie role, but how come you're not a piece of shit to making sure that the poor have the basic necessities? How come you're not a piece of shit to make sure that the homeless have homes? How come you're not a piece of shit when you hear about somebody being brutalized by the police? Why aren't you a piece of shit about the injustices of the world? I think when white women start to give a damn, when white women give a damn, you'll see an entire nation change. Every white woman, every woman is a nation. But you want to know who Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are not? They're not Bernie Sanders. They're not AOC or Jesus Christ or Fred Hampton or Martin Luther King Jr. They're irrelevant. Just actors on the big screen. Look at me. I'm playing dress up and make believe. I'm Edward Scissorhands. Why? I was born with scissors for hands. Or, no, the professor. He was like a Frankenstein, and he made me, and he forgot to put hands, and he was like, fuck it. We're just going to throw scissors on his hands. And we put him together, put electricity. Now he's a whole unit. We can't just chop off the scissors, his scissors. I feel like do a couple movies, but Johnny Depp just got, swallowed up into that Hollywood bullshit. He's a leading man because he was interesting and he took, unique characters and whatnot. But do something big and novel. Become president. Build an orphanage. Build a school. Build a hospital. Do something bigger than yourself, Johnny Depp. Fuck. When Johnny Depp went to the hospital cheering up some sick kids as Captain Jack Sparrow, that's some great stuff. I want to see more of that. Build an orphanage. Build a school, Johnny Depp. Build a hospital, Amber Heard, okay? Johnny Masters, you lazy bastard. Somebody needs to build a goddamn school, orphanage, and hospital. And we need to have a solar tree. Put a solar tree right in between all three of those. On Black Mountain or Black Lake. Now that distraction is over, Ukraine has been getting raped for 100 days now. So it's awful. They were kind of like mean to each other and shit, but people are literally being murdered and raped. And Ukraine can say me too right now, this very second. It's 100 days, right? June 3rd, 2022. 100 days of rape. 100 days of the rape of Ukraine shouldn't have overshadowed the 100 days of Biden's administration, the first 100 days. 100 days of rape. 100 days of the rape of Ukraine. Was Biden even in office? Did he even have 100 days? What a waste. We need to get AOC or Bernie Sanders to become president, or hell, even Ro Khanna. Ro Khanna would be a million times better than this pile of shit. Just remember, America. Remember Costilla County, Conejos. Alamosa, Mineral County, Saguache, Rio Grande. Thou shalt not rob, thou shalt not rape, thou shalt not hit, jab, drag, grab, bag, or stab, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not abuse, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not torture, thou shalt not arson, thou shalt not kidnap, and thou shalt not enslave. Can we agree on the big things? You'll say, oh, that's obvious, is it? For 40 fucking years it hasn't been goddamned obvious. Motherfuckers.